Hello. I believe I'm live. Hopefully everything is set up correctly this time. I actually did prep before the stream. It's less impromptu. So, yay me. Let's go. Improvement. No longer scuffed streamer. Amazing. Fantastic. Incredible. Probably still a little scuffed because I don't always know what I'm doing, but hey, here I am. Probably gonna take a minute for people to come in, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, honestly. Let's be real. Got all sorts of fancy new features today. Greetings, hello, Felby Casual, let's go. Alright. I posted a little poll in Discord, and it was back and forth between... This is not the right stream music I want. That looks good. Posted a little poll, and it was back and forth between Pokemon TCG and Minecraft, because the new update's out, and Minecraft won. So, today I'm going to be continuing my saga of trying to find some dang frogs in this freaking video game for once. For once. I played on stream for 3 hours a couple days ago and found 0 frogs. It was not fun. I was not happy. You missed the poll? Ah, it's alright. I threw it up very impromptu and last minute, honestly. Just gonna go ahead and prep a couple other things. Yeah. Sorry. Cool. Alright. Got some stuff updated. Good to go, good to go. Alright. So, what I was saying before. Got some new features going today. I've got my usual little character going, and then up in the top corner you can see I have a follower goal now. I'm a professional streamer. Absolute professional. I've got my background music going, though I'm not feeling Minecraft music tonight, so we're going to listen to my normal stream playlist, which I believe is a mix of Undertale and Stardew Valley soundtracks, because I like them. But yeah, without further ado, people have had some time to get in. We're going to go ahead and play some dang Minecraft and see if we can finally find some frogs. Please, frogs. Like, I ran for so long and have not found a single swamp. I have so much junk on me. Okay, this is where we left off. I have almost full iron except no pants for some reason. It's pretty epic. I'm actually going to go ahead and make myself some pants because otherwise my fit is kind of awkward. But, so... yeah, you may notice I have a very full inventory. That's because I've been doing stuff for ages and have not found any dang frogs. But when we last left off the stream, I had just slept through the night, so I could avoid getting killed by mobs. And I don't have a weapon in my inventory right now. You know, I'm going to camp on this island real quick and set up some stuff so I can cook my food and actually, make a weapon and have a weapon on me. It'll be great. Frogs. Must acquire the frogs. We must. We must acquire the frogs. It's the only reason I'm playing the update. Give me some dang frogs and some cool mangrove trees, please, for the love of God, Minecraft. I spawned... Okay, so recap of last time, because this is a lot... Oh, 1 second. This may not be the place to ask, but how do you do the whole VTuber thing? I don't know if you watched my MHA video, but I'm not good at being on camera, so I think I need an avatar. It's actually a lot easier than you might think, casual. So, the way you do it is, obviously you have to have art done for it, and you can either draw it yourself or commission somebody. Definitely don't just take someone else's art, because that would be wrong. But if you know somebody who can draw, or are willing to pay for someone to draw, or you yourself can draw, you just need a couple of different sprites. So, I have an idle sprite, which is just my character sitting, and then a blinking version of that. And then I also have my talking sprite, which you can see is the one that moves around when I chat. And that one also has a blinking frame as well. And then I also have a couple, emotion ones, which, let me see if I can pull those up. It's hard for me to remember the hotkeys, honestly. But I believe this is my angry sprite. I'm really mad right now. Then I have my sad sprite. And I think I have a scared sprite in here somewhere. Yeah, there's my scared sprite. I'm afraid. And then I have my normal. And basically, you just get the art you need for each of those. And then they also need to have a blinking version as well, so your character can blink and look natural. And then I use a free software called VDuoTube Mini, which I believe is spelled VDuoTube Mini, I guess. It's spelled like Tube Mini. I just typed it in the chat on my Minecraft so you can hopefully see the spelling, and hopefully my little character's not in the way. I think my little character is in the way. But it's a very good software, very simple. You just upload your character images, and it basically does all the animating for you. It has you plug in a closed mouth image, an open mouth image, a closed mouth blinking, and an open mouth blinking. And then you can register hotkeys to your different expressions. And then it also has like a function where you can change the settings so that your character does different things when you're either talking or idle, so that you can have a little bit of motion. No, stealing's not. You're right. Stealing is not a good vibe. But yeah, basically I use that software, and then you can upload it to, if you use OBS as a recording software, you can upload it as a thing in there, and that is how, and it's just basically links to your mic, so every time you talk, yeah, that's basically it. It's actually a very simple, pro VTuber, yes, I'm pro. It's actually a very simple process if you're using a two-dimensional image. If you're planning on using something a little bit more advanced, which I am not, at least not right now, hint, hint, wink, wink, maybe something in the future. But if you're planning on using like a 3D software, like VC Face, models are going to be expensive, and it's really hard to program them. So even though it's pricey, I would probably recommend just buying your own model, because trust me, it's awful. I was thinking something simple is the best. I honestly would agree, especially if you're using it for YouTube videos. I think that you don't need anything super complicated. It's super easy to set off by yourself, and yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about it. It makes my life a lot easier, because I obviously am a faceless person. I don't want my face online, probably ever. I'm sorry to the custodians who want me to face reveal on their channel. Probably will never happen. I'm not a person who wants my face online. And so having this little character / persona that can take the place of that and still have something on screen while I'm streaming or doing my YouTube videos, it gives something for people to identify with, which if you're not comfortable with having your face on screen. Am I ever going to do the 3D VTuber character? Well, yes and no. So I don't know how to 3D model. I'm just going to put that out there. I only know how to do two-dimensional art. 3D stuff is completely beyond my realm of possibilities. But there is an application you can use called Live 2D. Which Live 2D is basically you can make a 2D set of assets and then animate it as if it were a 3D character. It is not easy to use. It's very complicated and very difficult. And everything in the drawing has to be drawn on its own separate layer. So like, if you're looking at my little character, that must be the one most VTubers use. Yes, it is. I'm fairly certain Live 2D is the one that the majority of VTubers on the platform use. Though I guarantee you a majority of the VTubers probably pay somebody to do all their rigging for them, because rigging is horrible. I've tried it, it's really hard, and I totally understand now why people charge so much money for it. It is really difficult. But, what was I saying? Words. Yeah, so it basically allows you to create textures based off of your 2D image, and if you, like, look at my little character that I'm talking through right now, like, let's say one of her ears would be a layer. And then her other ear would be a layer. And basically anything you want to be able to move independently on its own needs to be on its own separate layer. So eyebrows, irises, eye color, ears, Usually the mouth would have to have its own layer, and so would the teeth, the tongue, and the inside of the mouth, but my character doesn't have a mouth. My character has a little X, and so I don't have to animate that. Heck yeah. Makes my life a lot easier. But I have played around a little bit with the Live 2D software. I am using the free trial version, which I actually probably should finish it before my trial expires, because yikes. I can't afford to pay for a full version. But, yeah, it's a really good software if you can get it to work right. Because the thing is that I am just not well versed in how that kind of stuff works. And so it's really, really difficult for me. But it is honestly a great software if you can get it to work the way you want to. And I literally have all the textures created and everything. The only thing I have left to finish is the rigging. And if I can get the rigging done, I'll be golden. The only problem is this. I have encountered an issue. So, I think I commented on this on the Discord, but I have not, I commented this on the Discord, but I have not, said anything officially, I think. But I'm gonna keep moving while I do this, because I've had plenty of food now. But I commented on the Discord that I have a new setup now. I finally splurged and got myself a proper setup. I have a keyboard. The bandage off mouth makes sense for you, because you go by Hush. Going for the frogs again. Yes, I am, Horace. Welcome back. And yes, Filthy Casual. That is exactly why my character has a little X-bandaged mouth, is because I have been going by the username Hush Hush Kitten, and she's a cat that can't talk. That is why I created her this way. Her whole design was I actually based her design around the channel name and not the other way around. But basically, it's actually a very funny story behind my channel name. So, I've been going by this username probably since either 8th grade or freshman year of high school. So, about 5 years now, maybe 6. So, a long time, quite a while. Not as long as my old username, which will never again see the light of day. I don't care. You're never going to find who I was before. I've deleted that part of my life. I am only this. But, Lore. Yes, it's the lore. It's time for the lore. But basically, basically the reasoning behind my username was, I'd had a username for a while that I used in my online platforms, because I've been an artist online for a long time. What do I want to get rid of? Sticks. I don't need those. Give me my boat back. Thank you. I've been online for a long time. I think I made my first, online account when I was 12 or 13. No, actually even younger, because I used to play freaking Moshi Monsters, so I think I was 9 or 10 years old. So I've been online for a long time, and I started with art communities when I was about 11 or 12. And I went under a certain username, which shall not be named. It's basically the Voldemort of my universe. But I had a username for a while, went by that, and then when I was in high school, I had moved schools. I didn't really do the same stuff that I'd been doing before on my art account. I wanted to it's almost like when somebody screws up and they have to rebrand themselves so that people don't know who they were before. That's kind of what I was doing. It's just that I wasn't interested in the content that I was creating previously. And I felt like my name on my old account was so synonymous with that content that I was like, I need to just completely start fresh. And so I just decided I was going to go for a completely new username. So the first thing I actually changed was my Minecraft username. That was the first thing to go. So I changed my Minecraft username, I believe to Hush. I think my first username was Hush Hush Puppy, after Hush Puppy's the food. And then I was going to use that, and then I realized that username is taken on a ton of websites. It's really hard to get your hands on the username Hush Puppy on most websites, because Hush Puppies are a real thing. People eat those. They're good. They're awesome. And so I realized that since that name wasn't going to be viable on every website I used, and I wanted to be consistent with my username on every website so that it would be easily findable, I was like, well, what's another cute animal somewhat related to a puppy? Oh, I know, a kitten. And I was freshman year of high school. I didn't know that this name could have weird connotations. Sometimes when people are like, oh, wait, your name is this? And I'm like, yeah, they think I'm really weird, because I'm not going to explain that, but I think most people who know. But basically, I just thought it was another cute animal, and I just went from there. And then after that, about, I think, a couple months after I made my username rebrand, I went ahead and just did my little character, and I've had her ever since. But purple has always been synonymous with me because it's my favorite color. I love purple. Anywho, I don't have to worry about people finding my old stuff because I've never gone by a consistent username. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I went by a consistent username on everything. Everything had the same username. So, like, I guarantee you probably could find my old stuff, but unless you're wanting to, like, bleach your eyes, I would recommend you don't, because I had that account from, like, middle school through the early years of high school, and so the stuff on there is, like, so cringe. It's real bad, folks. It's real bad. And, you know, it's fine. The only reason you can cringe at your past self is because you've grown as a person, but my God, I can't even visit my old accounts. Though I recently went on one of my old, oh my God, I forgot about this, PTSD. I went on one of my old art accounts and somebody had favorited a piece I did 7 years ago. And they favorited it a month ago. I was like, what were you doing creeping through my account like that? I don't know you like that. My God. I was disturbed. I could not believe that somebody had favorited that piece, especially since it's, like, not even one of my good ones, man. Like, if you're gonna favorite my cringe, at least favorite the good cringe, you know? Are we talking, like, Onceler level cringe? No. I was not one of the Onceler people, but I was not much better. I was very into... Okay. So, when I first started drawing, I was very into, like, creepypasta, because that was just the time I lived in. I was an 11-year-old, 12-year-old who was on the internet in the early 2010s, and creepypasta was huge, and that was what I liked because I thought it was edgy and cool. And so that was that for a while. Actually, I think that was probably the majority of my old account was that. A little bit of Homestuck. I'm not even going to lie to you folks. I was a Homestuck person for a while. I still like it. I'm not the person I used to be, though. But, we have a dark oak forest, which is pretty lit, but I'm not stopping until I find these damn frogs. It will be the death of me. I don't care. But no, I was never involved in, like, the Onceler thing. I actually thought... I remember when I was online when I was younger, I thought the whole Onceler craze was really weird. I was really uncomfortable with it. So, I wasn't involved in that part of the internet. But, like I said... I was a Homestuck person, so I can't really talk. Are frogs usually in swamps? Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for, is a swamp. Because swamps are where tadpoles spawn, and it's also where they have the new mangrove trees, they have mud, and I think they've also added fireflies. And those are the things I'm wanting to look for. I'm basically going to go live in a hut in a swamp, and it's going to be great. I'm going to be one of those witches that lives in a swamp and, like, lives her best cottagecore life. And that's what I'm going for. Because that's just who I am. And, like, I have, like, a ton of clay in my inventory because I found, like, I was trying to find a lush cave, and so I dug up a ton of clay while I was mining down to the lush cave. And so I've got the clay I need to make bricks for the house, and I didn't hear about the Onceler being a sex icon until way after the fact. Yeah, I was around when that was a thing. I just thought it was really weird and uncomfortable. I didn't like it. But I remember a lot of those old days on Tumblr, man. I don't use it anymore because it's basically dead these days. Some people still do use it. Nah, I just don't because all the accounts I used to follow, a lot of artists flocked off the place in 2017 because their art kept wrongly getting tagged as naughty crap. And so they kept getting wrongfully banned, and so they just all left and moved to Twitter, which is the only reason I made a Twitter account. But, yeah, so I was around for that stuff, but didn't really participate in it because I wasn't really interested. But I remember a lot of those old Tumblr days, all the characters they used to fawn over for some reason. I think the last era that I had on Tumblr was when Voltron was popular. My God, when Voltron Legendary Defender was like an internet craze, and the fans were, like, psychotic and sending glass-filled cupcakes to the people who voice acted, which, by the way, is a thing that allegedly happened. Uh, I was not involved in that part of the fans, but I was a fan of it and actually ran a spin-off blog solely dedicated to Voltron Legendary Defender, on which I had two relatively popular posts. Not a ton of followers, but a couple popular posts. I actually had quite a few followers on Tumblr for a while, and I have a few popular posts on there now because, what can I say? I'm hilarious. It's really funny. I always have like successful posts on really niche websites. So like Tumblr, I had some popularity for a while. And I still have a couple posts that get retweeted because for some reason they become, well, I guess republished because they are somehow relevant even still today. And then I had a couple things that were pretty popular on, so Tumblr was one of them. What was the other thing? I swear there's another one. TikTok is actually my biggest platform, which is kind of weird to me, especially since I haven't posted there in so long. But yeah, a little fun factoid about my TikTok account. I have 10,000 followers. It's really weird to think about. I have a video on TikTok that has 70,000 likes, and I have 10,000 followers, and basically none of that has transferred anywhere else, which is interesting. I'm low-key a TikTok star, what can I say? But, yeah, I started out by doing just art online, then I started doing some meme posts on Tumblr, which those are the ones that kind of took off because my memes have always been better than my art. But I have like a couple that are just completely random. I have one that's like bitching about Netflix, which is the one that's become relevant recently and people have been republishing again. Which I'm not going to go into the rant about it because I'm fairly certain that like which one blew up on my TikTok page. It was a Stardew Valley TikTok. I made a Stardew Valley TikTok where I had just purchased the game. I was completely going in blind to Stardew Valley, knew absolutely nothing about it other than that it was a farming sim. I had a friend tell me it was super fun, so I decided I'd just download it and play it. So I downloaded it on a whim and was playing it for the first time. It was my first ever playthrough. And I was doing those little missions that get posted on the town bulletin board because it's a good way to earn money when you're first starting out. And one of the missions was from Haley. And her message that she left was like, it was like, hey, girls only. I need somebody to bring me a sea cucumber. Keep it a secret between us girls, okay? And I was like, what the fuck did I just uncover? I thought this was a children's game. What is happening here? Why is this occurring? And I made a TikTok where I think I just captioned it, I'm sorry, what? And just put like music over the top and filmed the message board. And for some reason, that one just took off. I can't explain it. But yeah, it's very on brand for me that my most popular TikTok is a Stardew Valley TikTok because Stardew Valley is my life. But yeah, so that I got like mild popularity off of that one. It was pretty cool. I think the most surreal moment about that because like that happened while I was quarantining for COVID. Not like during COVID quarantine as in everybody was inside. I mean as in like I actually had COVID and was forced to stay in a single room for 2 weeks with nothing to do. And because I stayed at my university. And so I stayed in my university's quarantine housing, was literally the only person there. And so I just filmed, I played games, I just kind of chilled and did a whole lot of nothing, and I filmed that video on a whim and uploaded it, and it started going crazy viral, like, well, I guess crazy viral in my opinion, like, it's not like some 1 million likes sort of video, but like 70,000 views is nothing to sneeze at. I mean likes, not views. But it's nothing to sneeze at. I was mind-boggled because I'd never had a video go that crazy. I'd had a couple beforehand that had some traction because I used to post really consistently. And that's honestly the main thing with any platform is if you're consistently participating, your content is going to be more boosted. But so that one blew up more than I expected. And the most surreal moment about it was while I was quarantining, I'd already watched the entirety of Demon Slayer. I was out of things to watch. So, and I was still really into Stardew Valley. So I went on YouTube and watched a compilation video of Stardew Valley TikToks. And I still remember just like being completely dumbstruck because my fucking TikTok was one of the videos. And it was the first time anything I'd ever made had ended up in a YouTube compilation. And so I was like, what is happening? This is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. I was like so in shock. I texted everybody I knew because I was like, hey, what the hell's happening with my life right now? So that was probably one of the craziest moments that spawned from TikTok, at least. And like, I actually had a couple art things do really well on TikTok. That was part of the reason I was so involved on it, was because it was the only platform where my art seemed to do really well. Which that, of course, was before the algorithm stopped liking artists, which is unfortunate. But having to quarantine because I got exposed to COVID is how I ended up with most of the MHA manga volumes. I mean, I had nothing to do for 2 weeks and I ordered stuff online. Very fair. I totally get it. The only reason I watched Demon Slayer was because I was quarantining, which I was watching it way after the fact. It had been out for a while. It had already won awards for its animation. There had been a ton of, like, the buzz on it had already kind of died down because, like, I'm not usually somebody who gets involved in anime as it airs. That was something I'd never done before until I started watching stuff with the guys for the Custodians channel. Up until that point, I was not somebody who watched anime as it aired. I just kind of would find shows on occasion, binge them, and then watch them on repeat for the rest of the time. Or sometimes I'd never finish them because I can't handle ending online media. I didn't catch Demon Slayer until it hit Netflix. Same here. That's how I watched it. I watched it on Netflix. That's how I consumed that media. But basically, I was in quarantine, had nothing to do. I was like, okay, well, it's not like I've got plans, so I guess I'll go ahead and I was really craving some anime because, I'm pretty sure that was also the year that the guys used to use my, dorm room to record their, reaction videos. And I was like, okay, well, I don't get to have my fun anime day this week, so I guess I'll just have to make an anime day for myself and watch something. And I watched Demon Slayer. And it was amazing. I love that show so much. I'm so glad I watched it. Season 2 was freaking awesome. It was absolutely fire. I watched that one as it aired because I was too excited to wait. I saw Mugen Train in theaters and cried so hard my mascara ran. It's such an embarrassing story, but I went to the theater with a couple of my coworkers this last summer because I had no idea Mugen Train was in theaters, but one of my coworkers, who was my roommate at the time, she was like, oh my god, did you know that Mugen Train is in theaters here? And I was like, oh, no? And we went and saw it, and she'd already seen it. She didn't freaking warn me what would happen. Which I get it. She didn't want to spoil things, but she could have at least told me not to bother with the makeup. Like, damn. And so, yeah. I went and saw Mugen Train in theaters and cried and had my mascara running and looked like a weirdo walking out of the theater. But it was fine. There's a purple bed! That's on brand. I'm taking it. Gimme. Sorry, got completely distracted. But did you prefer Mugen Train or Entertainment District? Entertainment District. Like, don't get me wrong, Mugen Train was amazing. It was really, really, really good. The animation was really good. The characters are fantastic. I'm a big fan of Rengoku. But the Entertainment District was on another level of animation. And I like Tengen more. Not in the sense, like, I prefer him over Rengoku. I just really, really, really like Tengen Uzui. I love him just so much. He's so good. He like, how can you not love him? And how can you not love his wives? Like, honestly, everything about it was so good. The only thing that I thought was really weird is, like, for whatever, like, I wonder, I've seen some polls for manga readers, and it seems the Entertainment District is the most popular arc, but my favorite one's the next one. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Sword Village one. I can't think of what the actual name of it is, but I'm super excited because I have been spoiled a little bit on the guy who, like, makes the swords and wears the weird Tengu mask. I think it's a Tengu mask, at least. I know what his face looks like. I've seen it, and I'm very excited to see it animated. It's very good. I was actually pretty disappointed with season 2, largely because of how it rehashed Mugen Train, though the Entertainment District clearly benefited from the extra animation budget it saved. I agree. I was also disappointed that the first few episodes were just a rehash of Mugen Train, because, like I said, I'd already seen it. So having to wait for a while was not super fun. But that exact reason, I made my peace with it. It gave them the animation budget they needed to really pop off with the rest of the season. And it was also nice that they did that because my best friend, she did not get to see it in theaters. She didn't know it was in theaters, and when it came to her town, didn't have anybody to see it with because we live really far apart. And so she never saw it. And so when she came over to visit my apartment for just like a weekend together, we sat down and we watched it on Hulu, I think. Because at that point, all the episodes that had recapped the movie were out. And so we got to watch it together that way. And so while I was disappointed that a lot of the season was taken up by, like, just redoing the movie, it was beneficial for people who weren't given the opportunity to see it. And it was also nice because it allowed them to really go crazy with the rest of their animation budget. But, yeah, overall, I'm a big fan of Demon Slayer. I might argue it's one of my favorite shows of all time. I really love that show. I think the fight in the Entertainment District is probably more exciting, but Swordsmith Village has cool lore, and 2 featured Hashira are my favorites. Ooh, there's 2 featured Hashira next season? Yes. I'm enjoying that. I love that. Yeah, I'm really excited about it, and you know, that's something that I've always kind of differed from other people with, is I don't need... Like, obviously, I loved season 2 of Demon Slayer and how much it went crazy with the animation and the fights and stuff. But I'm not somebody who needs a ton of action in their shows. I like slice of life, and I like just very casual day-to-day things and world building and that kind of stuff. I absolutely adore it. Like, people think I'm so weird. My favorite of the 3 Hobbit movies is the first one. Because it's a lot of just character introductions, world building, character interactions to establish relationships. I just really dig that kind of shit. And so a lot of people think I'm weird for that because they're like, you don't like the really big battle at the end? That's really cool. And I'm like, actually, I don't. I'm excited for the next arc. I've read the entire series, got the box set, but the next arc is probably my favorite in the series. Yeah, I'm really hyped for it too. I'm honestly super excited. I don't know what's going to happen, and it doesn't matter because I'm going to be thrilled no matter what. There's a saddle! Oh my god, what am I getting rid of? I don't need rooted dirt. Give me that saddle. I'm gonna get a damn horse. Holy shit. This is gonna make finding frogs so much more efficient. I just gotta find a fast-ass horse. Yes! Okay, sick. Maybe now it'll only take me 2 hours to find frogs instead of 3, Minecraft. Why did you make swamps so hard to freaking find? My god. Anyways, I digress. Yes, I adore Demon Slayer. It's really fantastic. Probably one of my favorite shows of all time at the moment. The animation is amazing. The characters are really funny. And even though the plot itself isn't something I'd say is probably, like, super groundbreaking, I do really like it. 1 second, folks. Gotta fix my headphones. One of them's doing a thing. Hopefully that fixes my issue. No, 1 second. Okay, let's see if my problem's fixed now. There we go. Sorry about that. Some technical issues with my earbuds. One of them was doing a just single loud tone, and I had to put them away and pull them back out of their case. Watch any other good shows recently? Yes, I have. I am currently enjoying the amazing anime known as Spy Family. I love it. It's so good. I absolutely adore it. Like, I just started watching it because I'd seen a lot of memes about it, and I was like, oh, this looks cute. I also saw people, like, bitching about it, and I was like, okay, well, if people are hating on it, then it must be good enough to have haters. So I just went and I watched it. I think I started when episode 3 had just come out. It was right after the Custodians posted their reaction to episodes 1 and 2 on YouTube, because I went and watched the reactions after I watched the episodes. But yeah, that's the one I'm doing right now, and it's so good. I'm glad I stayed anime only for Spy Family. Yeah, I probably will as well. Just because, like, maybe depending on how long it's anticipated that season 2 will take for them to produce, I might switch to manga. Because I've been really getting into reading manga lately. I actually just ordered some the other day. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. I'm so fucking hyped. But, like, yeah. So I'm just like, if it's gonna take them a long time to produce season 2 of Spy Family, I might consider reading the manga, because sometimes if a story is good enough, I can't wait. That's what happened with Beastars for me. What series, if you don't mind my asking? I'm a little embarrassed to say. It's not really like a mainstream series. It's a random one that I got recommended. And I like the art style of it. I don't even know if I can think of the name off the top of my head. But I liked it because it was recommended to me, and it has an art style that's very reminiscent of, like, 90s anime. So, like, the same kind of 90s anime hair, the 90s anime eyes, and it just reminds me of, like, it's very Sailor Moon, is what it looks like to me. And but it's, like, slightly more modernized, and I think it's really good. I'll have to think on the name for a minute, because I can't remember what it's called. I'm fairly certain it's a one-shot manga. It's not, like, a series. But it looks good. My friend said it was good. Is it a shoujo? Probably. Which, actually, do I know what that word means? I better look that up before I agree that's what that is. Primarily young female audience. Probably. Yeah, it's probably a shoujo. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I think it seems interesting. But I mostly just like the art style of it. It's fun to see, like, newer, more recent female version of shonen. Yeah, probably. I mean, shit. I can't even be embarrassed to admit it at this point, because I'm fairly certain everybody knows I watched Iran High School Host Club, which is the exact same thing. But, oh no, my character's scared. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Yeah, my character probably went through a variety of animated, like, emotions there, because I always forget that my hotkeys are linked to my keyboard for my character, and so every time I go to type something, I always make my character change emotions. Liking shoujo's no shame. I'm going to take this moment to evangelize one of my favorite anime, Fruits Basket. I need to watch and/or read Fruits Basket. I have heard it is so good, and I have never partaken. And that's crazy to me, because it is such a freaking... She was scared as you were searching with shoujo. Yeah. I was a little worried there for a minute, because I was like, hold on a damn minute. I better know what this is before I agree. I do that a lot, where I'll just, like, agree to something without thinking it through, and then people are like, wait, what did you just say? And I was like, I didn't mean that, I'm just dumb. Please. Oh, whoa. Oh, I'm standing on a magma block. That explains it. Golden... Ooh, Thorns 3. But I don't really need gold armor. I haven't read Fruit Basket yet. I expect the manga is really good, but not quite as good as the anime. Yeah, I'm not sure. I honestly would need to look into it a little bit more to know. I know that the anime is very popular, but I also am aware that the manga is popular. So it's really just gonna... It's gonna depend on which I can access more easily and which has a style I prefer, because I think I talked about this last time, but I'm somebody who's very based on stylization. I can't listen to the Temmie theme while I have this conversation. My God, can't do Temmie Village right now. Let's listen to... Yeah, this is good. Okay. I prefer the anime's art style, and music and acting are top tier. Okay, that's good to know. Because like I was saying, I'm somebody who's really invested in aesthetics and art, to the point where I will either not watch shows simply because of their art style, or I will watch shows only because of their art style. That's just who I am. I'm a very visually driven person. And so it's good to know that the anime is, like, a really good quality. I actually do want to get to Sailor Moon manga. I've been really curious about it. Yeah, my old roommate was very, very into Sailor Moon. And I think I sat down and watched the first half of a movie about it with her. And I mean, the Sailor Moon style is probably not my absolute favorite. I really do appreciate that, like, early anime stylization. But I wouldn't say that Sailor Moon's really my thing, because I don't know, I'm just not really into magical girl animes. Never really have been. If I was to say I've read it, it's pretty solid for what it is. Yeah. I was super hesitant to watch it, Saga 100, because of the art style. Yeah, I know. Like, for Mob Psycho, I need to watch it. I know it's good. I need to watch it. And the thing is like, going into Mob Psycho, I kind of knew that one was going to be a scenario where I had to get over my weird, picky art style thing, because, I know that the guy who writes that stuff is fantastic, because he wrote One Punch Man, and I fucking love One Punch Man. And I know that the reason it's stylized like that is because I believe this is correct, he was the one who started drawing the Mob Psycho manga, and he does not draw. And so the animation in Mob Psycho is based off of his original drawing from the manga, or maybe the entirety of the manga. I guess I don't know if he ever did get a new artist or not. But when he started, it was just very rudimentary because he wanted to get the story on paper. And so I can really appreciate that. It's just like, that is correct. Okay, cool. So I was right. Cool. Took me like 2 episodes to get over it. Yeah. Which, the art style of that has kind of slowly grown on me. I don't dislike it as much as I used to. I used to really not like it, and that's part of the reason I've held off for so long. But it has slowly just kind of started to grow on me. Ooh, we finally found a horse. Are you the only horse here? No, there's lots of horses. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to do a little social experiment, and I'm going to find the fastest horse here. I don't need leather. Why do I have 1 billion leather? Goodbye, leather. I can get more of that later if I want to. Alright, we're going to find the fastest horse we can. But, compared to the original One Punch Man webcomic to the manga, which has an actual artist. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is I've read the original One Punch Man, comic that, the guy was drawing. And, it's pretty rudimentary. I don't think anybody can argue that. But I have so much respect for the author, for... no one, he couldn't find somebody to do his stuff, and so he just did it himself. I respect the shit out of that, man. And, honestly, one of the best ways to improve as an artist is to just start drawing a comic or something, because you only get better by practicing, and doing comics forces you to draw backgrounds, it forces you to do dynamic character angles, it forces you to think about the way people's eyes travel across a page, and you really improve so much by doing it. Which is why it's honestly not a bad idea to do. I can't tell if this horse is faster or not. It has more health. I mean, it's pretty fast. Let me try this guy again. Come here. But, yeah, the other one's faster. Okay, good to know. So Mr. Socks is faster. Let's see if you are fast. So I respect the hell out of that. I have nothing but respect for the creator of those series, because he's just awesome. He makes fantastic stories, and he had the determination to get it together even though he couldn't initially get somebody to draw for him. And so I think that's really cool, and I need to watch it because I really respect him as an artist and as a creator. I'm trying to think of mangas I have read. This one's completely obscure, but if you're ever looking for something that has a really nice art style that is super underrated, it is not necessarily a manga, but if you are familiar with the series Maximum Ride, which is about the people who are it's about the teenagers that are genetically modified to have wings and stuff, and they escape from this laboratory. It's a whole thing. It's a book series, and it was a book series initially, but then they did a really, really fucking sick manga spin-off series, which, if I remember after the stream, I'll upload some pictures of it to the Discord, because I have the first 4 or 5 copies. The art is incredible. I adore it. It's probably one of, other than manga, it's probably one of the things that has inspired me most to be, an actual, comic artist. It's so good. I really love the style of it. But I was going to say earlier was, I was talking about Sailor Moon and how I'm not so sure about that one as far as, early 2000s/90 anime style looks. I would say, if I had to nail down what I like about that kind of era of anime, I would probably have to say either Inuyasha type style or Wolf's Rain type style. Wolf's Rain the anime, not Wolf's Rain the manga, which I also really like the manga, but I'm thinking specifically the anime in that case. But both of those are probably what I picture the most when I think of early 2000s/late 90s manga/anime. I really like both of those. Inuyasha was actually one of my first animes I ever watched. The first one was Sergeant Frog, and then the second one was Inuyasha. Third one was Fullmetal Alchemist, not Brotherhood, the original Fullmetal Alchemist. I've watched a couple like really weird obscure animes as well. Not a ton. I wouldn't consider myself like a freaking like god level anime person. Like I don't know a ton, but I have watched a couple really weird and obscure ones. Okay. I don't want this egg. Skedaddle. Well, actually, no, I'll just throw this. Bam. I think where's my Socky boy? Socks is the fastest one. I'm gonna take Socks. Where are you at, lad? Where are you? Where's my Socks? Did you climb all the way up here? The webtoon I'm a Patreon supporter of started as an MHA fanfic has been so much fun to see how the series has developed and has been adapted from fanfic to an original work. Actually just hit 9K subs on webtoon too. What is the name? I'm a big webtoon enjoyer. One second, I'll take a drink. Drop that name. I read a ton of webtoons, so that would be super cool to see. I love webtoon comics. Crucible. That sounds super familiar. I swear I've heard of that before. I'll have to... Here, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Crucible. I'll use this to write that down. Crucible webtoon. Sick. I will check that out after stream. I love webtoons, man. I read a ton of webtoons. I really, really like them. Which, how can you not, honestly? Webtoons are freaking sick. It gives independent creators an opportunity to get their work out there and do comics. Yeah, if you can, yeah, do that for sure. Because like I said, I would love to see it. I'm big into webtoons. But yeah, that is, man, I have so much bread. Get this bread. All right, let's sleep, and then we'll take Socks, the horse, on our journey. The only problem is going to be is I'll have to put Socks in my boat whenever we get to water, but it'll be fine. Okay, which direction did I come from? I think I came from the snowy direction, but let's just start running and see. Holy shit, I threw that egg and a chicken came out. I long shotted that chicken, let's go. But yeah, like, if you guys haven't seen, well, Inuyasha, I wouldn't say is some, like, Inuyasha's kind of a staple, honestly. If you haven't heard of Inuyasha before, I'll be honestly kind of surprised. It was really big at the time. The only problem I have with Inuyasha is no matter whether you watch the English version or the Japanese version, Kagome, the main female character, her voice is really annoying. Not like when she's just talking in, like, her normal voice, but when she, like, screams or, like, does Foley work and stuff like that, I just really hate it. But Inuyasha, it's fun, it's cute, it's a fun mystical thing. I will warn you, episode 1, one of the monsters is just, like, titties out, so, like, don't watch it around your grandma. But, okay, Socks, come here, bud. Socks, come on, my guy. Socks, please, come back. Please come back, Socks. Socks, please don't do this to me. Come back. I need you to go in the boat, my guy. Please get in the boat. Please get in the boat. No, Socks, please. Please, Socks. Get in the boat, Socks. Socks, please get in the boat. Please get in the boat. Please get in. Please get in. I know you can. Please, no. Socks, get in the boat. I need to take you on this journey. Oh, I heard a little boop of Discord, so you must have sent it to me. Thank you. Get in the damn boat. Can you not go in the boat? I thought horses could go in boats. Oh, Socks are gonna make my life harder, bud. Alright, I'll make us a bridge. But, what was I talking about? Inuyasha, yeah. It's a pretty decent show. Wolf's Rain. Yes, I sent it. Excellent. Wolf's Rain is a little bit more of an obscure one. That one's actually one that is one of the rarer ones that people haven't heard of, which is surprising to me because I am fairly certain that the person who wrote Wolf's Rain wrote Cowboy Bebop. So it's shocking to me that so few people know about Wolf's Rain. But, well, actually, wait, yeah. That, I retract my earlier statement. Sergeant Frog was not my first anime. Wolf's Rain was my first anime, and then I watched Sergeant Frog after. But, yeah, Wolf's Rain is basically like dystopian universe with wolves. It's cool. That classic early 2000s, late 90s anime style, which is really good. Uh, yeah, it's like, it's pretty interesting. I actually own a few copies of the manga on that one just because I find it really fascinating and decided that I wanted to own a piece of it. And it's also super nostalgic because it was the first show I ever saw. It was before I knew what anime was. I remember, like, I was watching the show, and in episode one of the characters calls another side character a dumbass, and I remember being so shocked when I heard it because I had never heard an animation cuss before. So I remember I was like freaking shook when he said that. When Sume called him a dumbass, I was like, "What have I stumbled into?" I was like, "This is illegal." But it's a really, really interesting narrative. I really like it. The art style's fun. The only thing that sucks is that there's not a very big fan base for it. So it's disappointing. I would like to have seen more fans for it because the fan art that does exist is immaculate for the most part. I really like it. I wish it had more of an audience, honestly. But yeah. Sergeant Frog is one I've also probably referenced a couple times that people might not be familiar with, but to give you a synopsis of that one's another like early 2000s or maybe early 2010s anime. That one is, it's about alien frogs that come to Japan to try and take over the world. But they really suck at their job, and their leader's a dumbass. It's really good. It's really weird. I will warn you. That show is weird as hell. I shit you not. I shit you not. In that show, one of the characters has an episode where he becomes Hitler. I shit you not. So I'm warning you, if you look that show up, it's weird. My first anime was either DIC Sub of Sailor Moon or Samurai Pizza Cats, which is the English localization of an anime that I can only describe as a ghost story dub, but very friendly. That's hilarious, actually. That's actually so funny. A ghost story is like a family-friendly version of ghost stories. That's so good. No, we're not doing this, Socks. Socks, I swear to God, we're not doing this. You're going to the other side if I have to push you there myself. Go. Get to the other side to get to the other side. No, Socks, god damn it. Go to the other side. Go to the other shore. Go, Socks. God damn it, Socks. Okay, come on. Work with me, bud. Work with me. Yes, excellent. Good. Fantastic. Excellent. Yeah, like, why are you going the other direction? Turn around! No, stop it, you damn horse! You're supposed to make my journey faster, not slower. Please just go to the other side, Socks, for God's sake. Sorry that I'm completely derailing our anime chat for this dumb horse. Like, I love him, but god damn it, Socks. Go to the other side. Come on. Get up. Get up, Socks. Get up, Socks. Yes, thank you. Okay, we're good. We made it. Cool. Sorry about that, detour. But, God, still no swamps, huh? I've heard of Samurai Pizza Cats, but I've never seen it. I'm intrigued by that. I mean, if I want to get really technical, my first anime was Pokemon. I had the full series of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, the anime, on disc set, which was honestly such a flex back in my day. But, like, god damn it, horse. Yeah, so, like, I guess if we want to get real technical, my first anime was Pokemon. But if we're counting, like, actual anime and not, like, children's anime that was, like, turned into cartoons for Western audiences, then my first one was Wolf's Rain. But yeah, Sergeant Frog, man, I'm warning you, that show's weird as hell. I was also a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl kid. Yep, that was the generation I grew up with. A lot of my friends started with, like, the original Game Boy games. But the thing that was different about... I don't remember what my first real anime was. That's very fair. It's hard to remember that far back sometimes. Like... Oh, god dang it. Horse, go to the other side. Go. Go. My God, just go. My God, go. Please, for the love of God, just get... Yes, thank you. Yeah, like, I was a Diamond and Pearl kid. I never did play the Pokemon Game Boy versions. I did not get into Pokemon until the Diamond and Pearl era. And that was because when I grew up, I did play a lot of video games. But I played Mario because that was what my parents had played. And so when it was time for me to get games, that's what my brother and I had. I'm probably older than most people in the Discord kind of feel like, how do you do fellow kids at times? That's very fair. That's very fair. I mean, yeah, I kind of understand that these days, if I'm honest with you. I feel like that every time I go on, like, a lot of times when I go on, like, freaking TikTok or Twitter, I'll see artists that I really like, or I'll see, like, people commenting on other people's, like, other YouTubers' posts. And I'll be like, oh, there's people talking. That's pretty cool. Then I look at their bio, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm 16. And I'm like, holy shit, you're a baby child. It's a very weird feeling when you start to get a little bit older on the internet, because you just, it's, I don't know. I kind of understand what you mean. It's a kind of surreal feeling, honestly. But what was I saying? Words. I think I was talking about early 2000s media. Oh, Pokemon. Yeah, so I started with Mario. That was my first games were Mario games. Well, not if we're getting real technical. I'm an OG gamer, guys. Like, you aren't even gonna believe this. My first PlayStation 2 game was Dora the Explorer for PlayStation 2. Yeah, I was a gamer. It was great. But yeah, like, I've been playing games for as long as I can remember, because my brother and I used to play Super Mario Bros. On our Game Boys, and then on the PlayStation 2 that we had, I would play Dora when I was really young, and then I upgraded to Spyro when I was a little bit older. I was a big Spyro fan. I played all those games. I had all the original Spyro PlayStation 2 games, and some of the I'm pretty sure there was a PS1 Spyro. I'm fairly certain we had that one as well. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, because my relatives are dumbasses that sold not only our PlayStation 2, but all of our games, so I can't play them anymore, which sucks, because I have, like, the Spyro remastered, but it's just not the same as the old chunky graphics. I miss them so much. But I played Spyro. Oh my god, we found a fucking mesa biome before a swamp. Are you kidding? Mesas are supposed to be so much rarer than swamps. This is so goddamn stupid. How long do I have to run in this damn game before I find a single freaking swamp? Seriously, it's so frustrating. Come here, Socks. We're going... No, wait, which direction are we going? We're going this way, Socks. Okay, come on, Socks. Come on, Socks. Let's go. We're doing it. We're gaming. We're gaming. Yes. Okay, excellent. Wait, did I just go the wrong direction? I don't even remember what direction I just came from. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Oh, I need to sleep before I die. Yeah, so I started with Mario. Then I upgraded, and I did, like, obviously when I was really little, I did, like, Dora the Explorer, and then I had, my god, what else did I do when I was a kid for gaming? We had, like, a Game Boy game that was a SpongeBob game, and it was, like, just a bunch of, like, weird SpongeBob mini games. It was really surreal. I also had that, like, Leapfrog thing that was, like, this little game tablet for, like, children, where, like, you could do coloring games. We may never see the frogs. Don't say that, Horace. You're gonna make me lose hope. I must see the frogs. I must find them. I refuse to waste 5 hours of my life without seeing a frog. I refuse. I think I'm running backwards. This is garbage. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Oh my god, a fucking warm ocean? This is also a rare biome. Why are we finding all the rare shit? I might have to say goodbye to Socks, because this is an ocean, and I'm no way in hell am I going to be able to get Socks across an ocean. Are you fucking joking? We literally find a fucking warm ocean before we find a swamp? Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I cannot believe this. I'm so angry. My cousin's son had one of those. I think he used to call it an iPad. Yeah. It's like a little tablet thing, and it had, like, an attached pen. And like you could play coloring games, and like there was a game where like there's a game I remember very vividly, and I saw a post about it the other day that like brought back all the memories of it. But there was this game that was basically like Frogger, where you had to like jump across, but instead of like across traffic, it was across a river. You had to, oh god, I just fell off a cliff with my horse. My god, that could have been so much worse though. All right, I'm sorry, Socks. Give me your saddle. You've been demoted, my guy. I'm sorry to leave you in this hole, but I have to go on an ocean. You used to have to play as like a little rabbit. It was kind of like a Frogger style game where you had to go across the river by jumping on logs, and you had to try to get carrots and spell out a word by landing on certain letters on the logs. Like it would give you a word, and to get across, you had to jump on the log that had the right letter on it. And I remember it very vividly. For some reason, because I really liked the way the rabbit sounded when it jumped, and I really liked the sound it made when it ate the carrot. I don't know why, those are like the two core childhood memories I have from that game system. And then the other thing I got was like, remember, like, I didn't ever have like an actual Tamagotchi, but I had like a Littlest Pet Shop version of a Tamagotchi. So I had that for a while. What else did I have? But yeah, there were a lot of game series I didn't play until I was quite a bit older, and Pokemon was one of them. I found out through about Pokemon through a bunch of my friends that were my age through a like when I say summer school, I mean like a child care place that was during the summer because my parents couldn't watch us because they worked full time. So my brother and I used to go to like this child care thing during the summer, and I had a bunch of friends there that I'd known since I was really little. And they all one day brought their Pokemon cards. And I had never seen Pokemon before. And they showed me how to play the card game. And they showed me the video games. And I just thought it was the sickest shit to ever grace the planet. And so then, after I saw that, I begged my parents to get me a copy of the game and to buy me some cards. And then my older brother got into it as well. And that's just how Pokemon ended up for me. I started with Diamond and Pearl because that was the generation that, like, I found out about it at. And, like, I did eventually buy a copy of Heart Gold. But anything before Diamond and Pearl, I hadn't played. I still haven't played some of the older, like, retro games because they're hard to get your hands on these days because they're considered collector's items. And I guess I could play, like, a totally legal online version. But I just have never gotten around to it. I have a lot of new games I need to play before I start playing some old games. Because honestly, I have a ton of games that I haven't played. Like, I know this is probably going to get me, like, killed for saying this. I have owned Breath of the Wild since high school and still have not played a single hour of it. I've not played a single minute of Breath of the Wild. And hear me out. This is the reason I have not played it. I know it's a good game, and I know I would like it if I played it. I know it's good. But I want to experience Breath of the Wild in a full-screen platform. I don't want to experience it on a handheld device. Because, like, you can either play... Wait, did I get another follower? I see I have 7 followers now. Did somebody follow me and I didn't even see? Professional Twitch streamer? Ah! Thank you for following me! Thank you, Vixen, for following me. Or I guess that's probably Aaliyah, isn't it? Thank you for following me. I'm sorry I didn't see it when you did it. I haven't set up Streamlabs to have follow alerts yet, so sorry. I'm trying my best. I'm still a scuffed streamer, though. But anyways, I digress. I've wanted to get it, but still haven't gotten it. Yeah, I own a copy. I got it for Christmas 1 year. And I was going to play it, but I wanted to play it in a full screen version because I felt like it's a really interesting game. And so I always felt like the handheld just couldn't do it justice. And when I was, living at my parents' house at the time, I didn't really have long-term access to a television where I could play that game because I I either during the summer played Skyrim because I didn't get to play that during the school year either, or I had my older brother would constantly usurp the TV and take it, and so I never got to do anything. And I had to watch the little tiny box TV in our kitchen. It's younger sibling struggles. But, yeah, like, I just have not gotten around to it because I wanted to play it on a full screen method, like through a full screen mode, because I felt like that's what it deserved. And then when I finally got my own place, so freshman year of college, I lived with a roommate in a residence hall, which means I shared a single room with another human, which was horrible. I hated it. And then we had COVID, where I lived at home with my parents, and I couldn't play it then either because my parents, like, during the day, I had college work to do, and then my parents, when they weren't working, they would come home and take the TV, so I never had it. And now that I'm, like, in my own place where I don't have to share with anybody, I really should get around to playing it. But then, of course, I have a summer class that I'm doing right now, so... And I want to start, like, streaming and recording videos and stuff, which is taking up a lot of my free time as well. And things are about to get uber freaking busy, because next month is Art Fight, so I'm about to, like, oh my god, it's about to get so hectic up in this bitch. Because if I'm going to be streaming... I've been recording YouTube videos, I just need to edit them. I just haven't recorded a new Danganronpa in a while because those are really hard for me to record because I have to do a ton of voices. But I've recorded a few episodes of things I would need to edit and upload, and then obviously I've been trying to stream a little bit more because I took like a long break from streaming, which I really don't want to do anymore. I want to be able to like consistently try to stream because I think it's really fun and enjoyable. And on nights when I don't really have anyone to spend time with because either my friends are out of town or they're busy, it's really a nice way to just interact with people, which is super fun. And honestly, I've been wanting to do it for years. It just has taken me a while to build up the confidence. And when VTubing started getting popular, that's what told me that it was my time. Because, beforehand, I was like, well, no one's going to watch me if I don't have, like, my face cam on. And then VTubing started to pick up in the community, and I was like, oh, well, here's something I can do, and I can even do my own art for it. And so, anyways, I keep getting off topic. But Legend of Zelda, I haven't played Breath of the Wild yet. I need to. I'm hoping that I'll get an opportunity to do this summer, but like I said, I have a class that I'm in right now. It's an 8-week physics course. And then I'm also working full time, and I have stream, and I have YouTube, and Art Fight is next month, which means I need to be drawing every day. So it's going to be a hectic time in my life, basically. Haven't streamed in almost 2 years since I got my dog. I was afraid he would get into the equipment. That's very fair. That's one thing that's kind of nice about, like, I obviously wish I could have a pet. I love animals. But they're hard to take care of. I'm already so busy. I'm gone all the time. Like, if I had a dog, they would probably get bored and rip up my equipment, or, like, and I have art supplies that I don't want animals getting into because my art supplies are fucking expensive. There's a reason people have the term starving artist, and it's because art supplies are so fucking crazy expensive. It's not even funny. Like, I can't risk it. But, yeah, I took a break for a little while from streaming when I first started my job because I was really tired. Going from, like, working, like, during the semester, I'm obviously, like, busy all the time because that's just who I am. I can't ever have a dull moment in my life, apparently. Because during the school year, I take about 16 credits and I have a part-time job. And I'm in a couple of clubs. And I sometimes help the guys with their streams and their recordings. So, and we do D&D, so I'm usually pretty busy. But then during the summer, I've been working full-time, and I'm doing an 8-week course. And then, so, it's just, I'm always busy. I haven't had a summer off since high school. But, so... I took a break from streaming because I was like, when I first started my full-time job, I work from 7:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. And so I was constantly tired. And when I got home, I literally would just crash. I would do nothing but crash. And so now that I'm a little bit more used to my schedule and have gotten more in the swing of things, even though I have my class, it's not something super unmanageable. So I feel like I can still find time to log on and do stuff like this. Which is good, because like I said, I want to do it, and the only way to get better at it is to do it consistently. So that's my biggest problem, is that I just need to be consistent. So that's what I'm going to start trying to do. And streaming is also really nice because, like, another thing with YouTube is consistency. Which obviously not a lot of people probably watch VODs, which is like recordings of streams. But being able to stream gives me an opportunity to like interact with people and be online on Twitch, and then I can go upload my VODs to YouTube and have something there just to kind of get the ball rolling on that platform as well, which is nice. I really enjoy it. I think it's super fun. It'd be more fun if I could find some freaking frogs. Please. It's been almost another 2 hours. I've spent literally 5 hours in Minecraft looking for frogs. I'm getting to the point where I'm almost tempted to like start a new seed. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about me just starting a new seed to try to... Shit. I'm so bad at this game. What do you guys think about me starting a new seed to try to find frogs and see if I even have an easier time on that seed? Because I've been running for 5 hours in this game and have not found a single swamp. And I'm getting to the point where I'm wondering if this freaking file even spawned a single swamp in. So what are your guys' thoughts on trying a new seed? Let's see what the chat has to say about that idea. Because running in a straight line is starting to get so tedious, and it's not exactly great for stream interest retention. Because I doubt very many people log on to Twitch to watch somebody run in a straight line for 2 hours. You know, Stardew, I don't want to listen to winter music right now. I want something happy. Thank you. Well, folks, do we have any preferences on whether or not I try a new seed or not? Honestly, after 5 hours, anything to find those frogs. Yeah. If you want to, go for it. Okay. I'll go over this ridge, past this forest, and if I don't see anything promising, which is looking... Are you fucking joking? Are you fucking joking me? Are you fucking kidding me? I just found a woodland explorer before I found a fucking swamp. Are you joking? You have got to be fucking kidding me. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute, contemplate my life. Oh my fucking god. How did I find a woodland explorer mansion before I found a goddamn frog? How? How is this possible? How is this occurring? The seed is cursed. It's cursed to have no frogs. My seed is literally frog time, and there's none. There's none of them. They're not here. Okay. I'm gonna start a new seed and see if I have better luck. Because if I literally go onto a seed and find a woodland explorer mansion without a map before I find a goddamn frog, I'm probably never gonna find a fucking frog, okay? I'm gonna make a new world. We're making a new one. I'm gonna call it This Better Have Frogs. This better have frogs. It better. Sorry if my little character has changed her expression. I am typing, so that happens sometimes. Okay. More world options. Seed. Please. Frog. Give me frog. Oh, this expression fits. Oh, the crying one. No, I'm going angry. I'm angry mode now. This better have frogs. I'm fucking pissed. Give me some goddamn frogs. Give me frogs. I swear. I'm keeping the angry expression on. Give me some fucking frogs. Okay, come on. Load the seed. You can do it, Minecraft. Please. Okay. It's frog time. It better be. Give me some frogs. Give me some fucking frogs. I'm big angry. Give me frogs. I'll go back to happy for now. But you're on thin ice. Okay. We're in. New world. New world, new me. Positivity. Let's go. Alright. Let's get some wood. Just gonna be some basic Minecraft activities real quick so I don't instantly perish. Like, in the other world, I literally found a billion villages. I found a warm ocean, tall birch, a fucking woodland explorer, and no frogs. Not a single swamp. How is that possible? How can my luck possibly be that bad? Literally how? I don't understand how that can occur. Okay, I need to readjust my mouse so I'm not... Yeah, there we go. That's better. Now I'm not breaking my back to play this game. Now I'm just big chilling. I need to take a chill pill and stop being so angry, though I can't help it. Okay, give me a pickaxe. Thank you. Okay, crafting table, give me that. Okay. Sorry if you just heard my phone buzz, folks. Give me just a moment. Sorry. Had to reply to a text message real quick. Sorry about that, folks. Okie dokie. Okay. I'm starting to get really angry because that's a spruce forest. I saw a bunch of those in my last playthrough. I don't want another spruce forest. Please. Give me a fucking swamp. How hard is it? Did they, like, just as part of the update decide to make swamps impossible to find? Or am I just, like, have the worst luck of any Minecrafter ever? I just want frogs, man. I just want some cute little funky amphibians. I don't understand why it's so hard. I just want a fucking frog, man. They're just cute and fun and chunky little guys. Just want a frog. I just really want them. They're just cute and fun. I'm so fucking sad. I want some fucking frogs so bad. What the hell, man? Give me a stone pick. Upgrade. Cool. Well, unless it upgrades into an amphibian, I'm not interested. Give me a frog. Okay. Sorry my crafting is slow tonight. I'm not very talented today. Okay. Frog time, motherfuckers. Well, I'm gonna need a boat. I better make a boat. Probably should grab one more tree worth of wood before I go too. Because wood is kind of a necessity. Okay. Okay. Get one more tree's worth of wood, and then I'm gonna set sail and hopefully find a swamp this time. And if I go for another hour in this Minecraft world and I don't find any swamps, then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm literally gonna Google what seeds spawn you in a swamp, and I'm just gonna fucking use it, because I'm getting real sick and tired of trying to find these things on my own, man. It's brutal. Anyways, I need to stop having off vibes. I need my vibes to improve for this stream. Okay, I'll stop being grumpy. So, as I run in an hour, for another hour in a straight line, and kill some animals probably because I just remembered I don't have food on this file. Any more questions for me in the chat? It can be anime, it can be anything. I'm ready to answer some questions. Do a little chatting, do a little trolling. See if anybody has anything to say while I gather some basic Minecraft materials now that I'm restarting. Oh, there's water there, apparently. Damn. Okay. Got some coal. Sick. Favorite MHA character? Damn, y'all are hitting me with the hard ones tonight. Okay. Favorite MHA character. Okay, so this might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't care because it's my opinion. I love Bakugo. He's just a gremlin, and I appreciate that. I also really like him because I think he is a very interesting character. He starts out as like your stereotypical bully, but then he kind of evolves into starting to respect Deku as more of a rival than just some kid he beats up all the time. And I also kind of enjoy the fact that he has this sort of weird inferiority complex where he's like always worried that Deku's going to surpass him, which Deku kind of already has. But I like that. I like that kind of aspect of his character. I think he's kind of interesting. I think he makes for an interesting kind of antagonist at first. So like he starts out kind of as an antagonist and then becomes one of the other gang people. But like, yeah, I like him. And I also really like that when the villains kidnapped him and were like, "Hey, come join us. You're a dick." He's like, "Actually, fuck you." And I like that for him. I thought it was really fun and cute, and I like it. Are you an anime only for MHA? I am. I do have some shit from the manga spoiled for me because for a while on Twitter, I was following people who retweeted MHA manga spoilers and did fan art for MHA. Like, I used to follow a lot of MHA fan artists. I don't as much anymore. But I got a shit ton of stuff spoiled for me. I'm not going to say exactly what. Oh, you like him anime only, just wait. Yeah, I know. But like I would say more about like stuff I've had spoiled for me because I know some shit that goes down and I know about some stuff, but I don't want to say anything because I do know that sometimes the guys from the Custodians channel watch my streams. And in case one of them is lurking or watches the VOD, I don't want to accidentally spoil something for them. Or spoil something for anyone who chat who's not familiar with the series. But yeah, I've been spoiled on some pretty major things. Which is unfortunate, because I don't really like being spoiled on stuff. But it just happens on occasion. Some of it is like spoilers from... Some of it's like spoilers from Twitter, some of it's spoilers from fan art, some of it is spoilers from my friend not knowing I didn't know and telling me. I only started following spoilers because I just could not escape them, not on Twitter, not on YouTube, it was everywhere. Yes, it was truly impossible. How the hell Rhett, Gabe, and Joe managed to avoid spoilers like they did, I will never know. Because it was literally impossible, especially since I was somebody who followed a lot of fan artists, because when a certain something happened in the manga, everyone and their mother was drawing it. And so, and like, don't get me wrong, the fan art was sick. But I was not happy because it spoiled something pretty major. And I was like, this sucks. But, oh, another thing to add to my favorite character. I'll go ahead and say that Bakugo is probably my favorite, like, protagonist character. He's not really the protagonist, but he's, like, one of the main, like, good guy characters. He's probably my favorite with that. If we're going based on favorite, villain, which this, again, might be an unpopular opinion, I love Overhaul. I think he's fucking sick. With his little dumb plague mask and thinking that quirks are a disease and he's a germaphobe. I love him. He's so cool. And so he's the only villain I have a pop vinyl of. I really like Overhaul, so I would say that Bakugo is probably one of my favorite good guys, at least from the Class 1A. And I would probably say that Overhaul is one of my favorite bad guys, just from a design perspective. Hard enough to avoid spoilers for new One Piece chapters before they even officially release. I can't imagine being anime only for a major shonen like that. It is so hard to avoid spoilers. Like I said, it got to a point where I just couldn't for a while. Like, again, I can't say exactly what it was, but there was a huge event that happened in the MHA manga that people were going freaking fanatic about on Twitter that I heard so much shit about. I've heard about some, like, background character deaths, which sucks ass. I don't like knowing that kind of stuff when I'm watching. But I have kind of learned to accept it as a fact of life. I've been spoiled on a lot of animes before. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. Arc is constantly mentioned as the series best. I think I know what freak out event you might be referring to. You probably do. You probably do. It was very prominent online when it happened. Especially hard when it gets to... Yeah. But was the one coinciding with the seal? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yes. I'm fairly certain that was the one, yes. Wait, actually give me that wool back. I need a bed, I just realized. I'm fairly certain that's the one. I remember that in my brain remembers that being in the same timeline as what happened in the manga. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I hate being spoiled for stuff, but like I said, it's an inevitability sometimes, especially with major shows like that when you follow a lot of fan artists. I was actually thinking about another moment that Twitter went ballistic over. I've probably known about both, if I'm being entirely honest with you. I probably know both. But I think I have one specific event in mind that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, I've been spoiled for a ton of stuff, but the one that I'm thinking of, I'm fairly certain is the one that Pork Ribs mentioned. So, but yeah, it sucks. It's unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't follow the artists anymore just because a couple of things. First of all, I still like MHA, but I'm not quite as involved in the fan base as I used to be. I used to be super into it, like freshman year, like senior year of high school into freshman year of college. I was super into it, and that was like all I consumed. The only time I got spoiled was the ridiculous TT. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Words. Yeah. I used to be super into it. Like, I lived and breathed MHA for a long time. And I still really love the show. But I'm not quite as invested in it as I used to be. Though I did have a kind of an MHA renaissance when the newest movie came out, because I know the guys haven't seen it. I saw it. I went and saw it in theaters on Halloween with my best friend. So I have seen the movie, and I'm super excited for the guys to see it. This isn't really a spoiler, I don't think, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And Custodians, boys, if you're listening in, just cover your ears for a second. One of the reasons I love the movie so much is I really love Rhodey. I really wish he was a mainline character. I'm so sad that he's a movie-only character. I love him. And I know I'm not the only one, because I'm fairly certain he won a bunch of popularity polls in Japan. But yes, I've seen that movie. I liked it. I had a bit of an MHA renaissance when I saw it. And watched a bunch of the show. But honestly, I honestly need to catch up. I'm so sorry, guys. I haven't even watched season 5 yet. It's awful. I've been so behind. I do this thing where I'll quit watching anime for a really long time, and then out of nowhere, I'll just go into like a frenzy and binge watch a shit ton of it. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this because it's been about a year now, but when the Custodians guys first started using my dorm as a place to record, and they were recording Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 1. It was like, I think it was like episode 5 or 6. It was like where a giant monkey showed up. And, like, when I first started the show, like, when they started watching it with me, if you listen to the background of that episode, you might hear me making some comments like, what the fuck's going on? What's happening? I don't understand what's going on with the show. It's because I had not seen Attack on Titan since season 1. So I was missing a lot of the pieces to that puzzle. And so, after they watched that, I was like, okay, well, I want to know how the hell we got here. So I went and, Rhodey, newly exclusive character, voted number 9 on the year-end popularity poll. Yeah, he like, did really well in the popularity polls, and I like him. I think he's really fun. I think he's a fun character, and I hope we see more of him, though I doubt we will, because he is a music... Yeah, Japan loves Rhodey. Can you blame him? The guy's just so charismatic. I like him, too. He's a fun character. He's got a very sweet little backstory. I'm just a big fan. Like I said, wish he wasn't a movie exclusive character, but at the same time, I think his arc in the movie was good, and I don't want them to like sometimes when you try to overdo it with characters, it ruins them. And so even though I'm sad I don't get to see more of him, I think it's a good way to end his storyline with that movie is with like the way they did. But anyways, I digress. What was I talking about? Shit, I do this all the time. Did you get the manga booklet thing with the movie? I didn't. I did not. I wish. No, my movie theater's lame and doesn't do stuff like that. They did sell some really scuffed looking t-shirts at the opening though. I almost bought one, but I was like, nah. I didn't even know there was a manga booklet you could get with the movie. Oh, I'm sad now. Wonder if I'd be able to find that online and give it a read. Does it have spoilers for the anime in it? Do you guys know? If it doesn't, I might go ahead and look it up sometime and read it. No? Sick. I'll look it up and see if I can't find a copy online. Because you can find a lot of, like, manga extras and shorts online like that. Like, I know that, it was adapted into an OVA that's on the Blu-ray in Japan. Oh, really? What? Yeah, that's cool. You know, dude, you want to know what OVA is interesting to me that I want the guys to watch? I don't think the Custodians dudes has ever watched the zombie OVA from, like, I can't remember what season it came with. But I don't, like, they've seen some of the OVAs, but I don't think they've seen the zombie one. I want them to watch it really bad. I like the zombie OVA. Sorry, that was completely off topic from what we were talking about, but that's interesting though. I did not know that. I haven't seen any of the OVAs. Oh, the zombie OVA is cool though. I like that one. You haven't seen that one either? No one has seen that? Oh, what the fuck? Oh god, oh no, I'm gonna die. Fuck. God. When is it my turn to be happy? When is it my turn to be happy? Why was there a drowned there? Why was there a drowned there? Fuck it. I'm looking up a seed that has a swamp in it. I don't have the energy for this. It's draining my soul. Okay. I swear at this point I think you're cursed. I am. I'm actually cursed. Have I read the Death Note one-shot? I don't think I have. Horace, can you tell me a little bit more about that? I don't think I'm familiar with it. Only the Training 2 Part 1 has been legally released in the US as far as I know. That said, I did see the All Might one. The one with Donald J. What the hell? No? Oh my gosh, no, I've not seen that. I've read the light novel for Death Note, but no, I'm not familiar. No, I don't want to do that. Desert Village. Split Swamps. Okay. I think I've got troubles that buy the Death Note. Oh my god. I had no idea that existed. Is that like an officially licensed thing? You're kidding. I had no idea that was a thing. Okay. Yes, it's legit. Holy shit. That's mind-boggling to me. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to read that. Because I consume a lot of Death Note content. I can't believe I didn't know that existed. I'm gonna look into that after this stream. Actually, frogs now. Sorry if my little character is doing some funky stuff. She should be fixed now. Okay. Moral world options. There we go. This is supposed to spawn me in a mangrove swamp. It better. It had better. I'm weak. I'm suffering. I'm in shambles. I must find some frogs. Trademarks are clearly unenforceable in Japan, huh? Stars in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah. I honestly need to watch JoJo. I've only seen a little bit. The only stuff from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that I've seen is the stuff that the guys reacted to on their YouTube channel. Other than that, I've not watched anymore. I need to get into it, though. I'm just, like, constantly thrown off by how buff everybody is. There's a lot of buff, angry guys in that show. Yes! Yes! I'm thriving! Finally, I'm praying to the Minecraft gods. Thank fucking God. Finally, a swamp. Okay. This is sick. Okay. Okay, so this is the new biome. This is a mangrove swamp. Don't worry, they're only buff for the first 3 parts. Interesting. I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, this is a mangrove swamp. Sick. Okay, so are these the roots? Yeah, okay. So I got mangrove roots, and I saw some normal trees over here, so I'll go over and get the normal trees. Okay. We're in a swamp. Part 1 accomplished. So part 1, find swamp. Check. Part 2, get Minecraft supplies and find frogs. Archive style changed a hell of a lot. Really? Whoa, look at the inside of those raw logs, man. They almost look like the crimson logs you get in the nether. I mean, I guess I'm not super familiar with the later parts of JoJo. I really am only familiar with the earlier parts. I'll have to look into it, though. I need to watch it. There's so many shows that I need to watch, honestly. Okay, so I got some wood. Look at those mangrove planks. They're kind of soft reddish pink color. My JoJo's unpopular opinion, the musical name references are far more creative and felt more natural before the stands were introduced. I wish I could agree with you, but if I'm entirely honest, my guy, I don't know enough about JoJo to know anything about that. I'm not very, like I said, I'm not very familiar with the property other than, like, outside of memes. So I wish I could agree with you, but I honestly don't know if I could agree in good faith because I don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Sick, though. We found a swamp. Good. I know I just found a swamp, but I'm going to walk across the river to the plains biome because, A, I need food. Oh, there's tropical fish in swamps, too. That's so cute. Okay. Because I need food, and I know I was just stating it into the void. Very fair. Sometimes you just got to throw stuff out there. Okay. So let's go to this plains biome here. I see some cows. I'm going to go kill those, and I'm also going to get some stone. Because now that we've found an actual place, I guess so, in early parts he had to actually modify the music names and people names, then with stands he could literally just give them the name directly. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. I'm starting to pick up on a little bit of context from that, I think. But yeah, I'm not super familiar with JoJo. Need to watch it. I haven't. It's supposed to be really good. It's another thing added to my long list of things that are supposed to be so good that I just have never partaken in. Like, what's another one that people say is really good that I've never seen? Neon Genesis Evangelion, I think, is another one that people are, like, super big fans of. Which, that one I'm pretty sure is sad. I've heard the theme opening for it, though, like I'm not gonna sing it because I'm too self-conscious to sing on stream. But, like, it's supposed to be sad. And I've seen a scene of, like, a character dying in it, so it's supposed to be really good, though. What shows? There's a lot of shows I've started and just need to finish eventually. JoJo is one of them. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to talk about. So I've not seen the Death Note, like, little new released one-shot comic that they did, but I did read the light novel. Has anybody in the chat read the Death Note light novel about the Los Angeles BB murder case? I'm very interested to see because I'm trying to convince Rhett to read it. It's been a process. I'm trying to convince Rhett to read it, and if not a lot of people have heard it, I might have him try. I'm trying to convince him to read it on stream, honestly, because I think it'd be very interesting. And I know a totally legal way to get a free online copy. But yeah, are folks familiar with that? Nope, never heard of it. Oh, it's an interesting read for sure. So basically, it follows. It like I said, it follows the Los Angeles BB murder case before the events of Death Note take place, which is really interesting. I wouldn't say the version I read was a fan translation, so I guess I can't say too much as to the quality. I'll say the copyright name changes for the US, why I have to watch JoJo's dubbed, hearing the original names, but reading the copyright for localization names messes with my head too much. Very fair. That's the thing, is that, like, anytime that a show, like, does weird stuff with characters' names with the subs, you really, sometimes you just have to watch it dubbed. I almost had to do that for a while with Beastars, because, so Netflix, yeah? Netflix produces Beastars as a Netflix original series, yeah? The problem with that is that, despite it being released as a Netflix original series, for a long-ass time, and sometimes still today, their subtitles and their descriptions for the show are incorrect. Because, or you could watch it on a different website with correct names. I mean, yeah, fair. You could also do that. That's also an option. But, good lord, the Oingo Boingo Brothers episode nearly drove me up the wall. I don't know what that means, but out of context, that's pretty funny. Oh, God. But, yeah, what I was saying was, words. Death Note thing, yes, good, excellent. It's really just, yeah. It's just, yeah. I don't know if I could describe to you the Death Note light novel. But I think I could give you... Would you guys be interested in hearing a synopsis of what the Death Note light novel is about? Because if you're interested in hearing a little synopsis of it, without getting into spoilers, I could totally do that. Sure? Excellent. So, synopsis of the Death Note light novel. It is a recounting of the story of the Los Angeles BB murder case. At the beginning of the book, if it's referenced to be being retold by, I think it's Mello that is retelling it. Because it's like, Mello says a couple things in character at the beginning where you can tell it's him saying that stuff. And then the story itself follows Naomi Misura in her we talked a little bit about how, not we talked about, but like in the show it's referenced that Elle worked with Naomi on the Los Angeles BB murder case before the show started. And we focus on Naomi as a main character when she was still working for the FBI in America, and we see how she participated in solving the Los Angeles BB murder case. And it's basically a string of serial killings that are ridiculously complex and impossible, like supposedly impossible to solve. And since she is one of the most competent FBI agents on the force, they put her on the job. And, or I guess, maybe that's not the case. Maybe if I'm remembering it incorrectly, maybe it was that they put her on it because it was an impossible case and she was still low ranking. But I can't remember exactly. It has been a little while since I read it. But that's like the basic spoiler-free synopsis of it. It's really good. And it has a plot twist that I'm fairly certain, like, most people won't see coming. The main reason I want Rhett to read that is I want to see if Rhett spots the plot twist. Because that motherfucker can predict like none other. I don't know how he does it, but the dude is Sir Night-Eye. I can't fucking explain that shit. And I want to see if he can predict the plot twist that comes in the Death Note light novel. I want to see if he sees it coming. Because I did not. It caught me completely off guard, which is kind of a rarity for me. Plot twists don't always do that. Well, I have something to do after the stream. Yeah, it's really interesting. I will warn you that if you do read a fan translation, the fan translation is a little scuffed. But it is, I think... Frog! We found him! Yes! My boy! Frog! Whoa, he jumped! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Finally! It only took me 5 hours! Look at the guy! Look at that chunky lad! He's strutting! Oh my god. I'm so fucking happy. Finally. Finally we have frogs. I love him. I can't take him with me yet. I know, I love how he walks too. Oh my god, I love the way he jumps. Not confirming or denying anything, but some of Rhett's predictions have made me go no fucking way. Dude, Rhett, every time I watch a show with Rhett that I have seen and he has not, I fucking shit myself because he makes like the most accurate calls out of nowhere and no, frog! I'm going on a frog. Yeah, 5 hours was worth it, but hold on a minute. I have to go on a frog rescue mission because dipshit jumped down. 1 second. I have to save him. It's frog saving time. Frog saving hours. Please, frog. Live. Live, my boy. Please don't die. I just found you. Yes, yes, good, excellent, good, nice. Come on, frog. Let's climb out of this together. We're in this together. We're in the shit together. Let's go. Sorry for like just randomly screaming. I got really excited when I saw the frog. It's nighttime. I'm gonna die. I probably should just set up a dirt hut because this is gonna be where I make my home. I'm making my home in Frogtown. It's happening. So I'll just like hole up somewhere and dig and do some mining for the night. Another frog! Yes. Frogsville, USA. This is where I'm gonna live. I'm living in Frogsville. Oh no, I don't have torches. I do have charcoal though, and I have sticks. I'll make some torches. I'm not gonna do like I did last time. I think it was Horace that was here during my last stream, and can attest that I've discovered that just turning my lights off and not using torches is a bad idea because then you trip and fall on things during streams. I deadass tripped and almost fell on my ass last stream because I was turning my lights off so I could see in the dark without using torches. Don't do that, folks. Just don't be like me. What is this? Muddy mangrove roots. Oh. There's a different texture for mangrove roots in the mud. That's kind of cool. Yes, torches, please. Yes, I know. I've learned my lesson, I promise. No more tripping today. I will stay firmly planted on my feet. Alright, 6. This is where I'm going to make my Minecraft house. Now this music's fitting because I'm happy because I found frogs. Do, 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 do. Sorry. I'm a big Toby Fox enjoyer. Undertale's soundtrack is so good. And I think, you know what, that's not probably an unpopular opinion. That's probably a very popular opinion. Undertale's soundtrack is absolutely slapping. I gotta tell you though, as much as I use video game music on my streams as background stuff, I'm probably going to have my Spotify top artist this year be another video game artist. For the past 2 years in a row, my top Spotify artist has been a video game artist. Freshman year at college, it was C418, the person who did the Minecraft soundtrack. And then, then last year, it was the Stardew Valley soundtrack by Concerned Ape. And so, this year they're going to be fighting Undertale to see who's the most powerful. Okay, I see some water here with some fish. Excellent. Okay. Don't know if I see any mobs yet. We're gonna keep staying in here. But, yeah, while I mine through the night, that was the Death Note light novel synopsis I can give you. It's a good read. It's very interesting. Oh, we were talking about Rhett's powers of prediction. Dude is fucking nutty. I don't know what to tell you. The guy just doesn't miss. It blows my mind. Like, one of my favorite things is that, like, he literally, like, makes jokes about stuff and then is somehow right sometimes. Like, the time that he made the joke about, I don't remember what, it was one of the earlier episodes of Death Note. because it was the episode where Light and Elle played tennis. And he literally, like, made a joke about playing tennis right before they fucking played tennis in the show. And I was like, how do you just, like, randomly stumble into something that's going to happen during the show today? Like, the dude's actually psychic, I swear to God. And it still cracks me up that people, like, accuse him of being a manga reader who's pretending for his channel that he's not. Because I think that's so fucking funny. And then, also, sorry folks in chat, Death Note spoilers. If you don't want to hear Death Note spoilers, cover your ears now. Rep predicting that Matsuda would be the one to take out Light, like, not necessarily just himself, like, by himself, but being the one to physically do it, him guessing that shit had me fucking shook. Because I didn't remember a ton of the ending of Death Note, because I think I've mentioned it a couple times before in the episodes, but I haven't watched the ending very many times because I personally am not very fond of the ending. Which I think Rhett and the others liked it. I just don't. It's not for me. I wasn't a fan. But, what was I gonna say? Words. Son of a bitch, my head is empty. Why am I like this? I think the same, if not for some dumb predictions. That's true. I mean, they do some off the rocker stuff sometimes. They do go for some real bonkers predictions sometimes. But like, he does he doesn't hit 100% of his shots, but he's like this might be an obscure reference, and this might be a reference that a lot of people get. He's like fucking what's his name? Big hair hero from Danganronpa, where he's like 75% accurate. That's Rhett. That is Rhett, man. I don't know, like, I'm actually a big fan of the post-L Death Note. Really? See, that's the thing. A lot of people I've found out are a big fan of it. And I think part of it is that I'm biased because L was my favorite character in the show, and I was really frustrated that he was done dirty like that. But, because my favorite parts of the show are before him being not alive. But, wait, did I get 2 more followers? Who the shit? Oh, God. I need to turn my follower notifications on. No. Mushroom George 17, thank you for the follow. And hey, Interdimensional Pork Ribs, thank you for the follow. I love it. Thank you guys. Only 1 follower away from me dropping money to actually try streaming my art. That's pretty sick. That's what, I don't know if you guys, I think I pointed it out at the beginning of the stream, but you might notice in the upper right corner, I have a little thing that's like, follower goal, I'll draw. So, there is a software I can get to mirror my drawing app from my tablet onto the computer. Another frog. Hi, buddy. Hi. I love him so much. What's up? What was I gonna say? Words. Shit. Fucking. Oh, art tablet thing. There's an application I can get that will allow me to use my tablet, because my tablet is not one that connects to a monitor. My tablet is one that, just does its own thing and is, like, by itself. So, I would have to find a way to get it to screen mirror, but if I can do that, I'm gonna do an art stream, and basically just, the format I was thinking I would do is I would just take requests and do my best. Which I'll warn you, I'm not a fantastic artist, but I draw okay. I'm banking on the name, but I really liked Misa Shinigami. Rem. Yes, I liked Rem as well. Rem is a very cool character. I liked Rem a lot. I think a lot of the Shinigami characters in the show are very fun. Like, I don't know. I loved, like, L era Death Note. L era Death Note was my favorite version of Death Note. And I think it's kind of because, like, L being not alive, that fucking broke me when I was a kid, man. That shit hurted. Like, I remember crying. I cried. Because I was invested. He was my favorite character. I had no idea it was going to happen. I cried my fucking eyes out when he died. I was so upset. I mean, it's not the first time I'd cried over a character from a show. The first character I ever cried over was the death of a cat from the Warrior Cats books. I fucking cried over that too. I kind of I'm kind of a crier when it comes to media. Like, I cried over Mugen Train for Demon Slayer. I cried over Death Note. I'm pretty sure I cried a couple of times in other shows too, but I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I know that I have. I kind of just do that sometimes. But, yeah, man. I guess, I don't know. I think that that's my bias a little bit, is that L was my favorite character. I was super upset when they got rid of him. And I think that's probably why the show kind of lost its spark for me after that. It was just because I was so invested. I always thought he somehow faked it and was in denial. Yeah, that was kind of my hope too, was that the dude had faked everything and it was some crazy plot. And then I was disappointed. But back when Netflix mailed DVDs, I got the Japanese movie from them. The movie's theme song, Danny California by Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't understand why either. What? That's amazing. Why did I just make an axe? I'm so stupid. That's fucking awesome. Dude. That's actually so iconic. I love it. I don't know why, but the thought of anime just having, like, normal-ass songs be their openings, which I guess in Japan that probably is the case, that they just have normal-ass songs as the openings, because it's just a Japanese song. But just imagining, like, fucking, you get an anime and it has just some Western-ass pop song as the opening. That's so fucking funny to me. Okay. Let's go out into the world. Oh, it was a live-action debut. Oh, was it the Death Note live-action? I always expected Meyer of the Shinigami, so I thought he somehow met one and was plotting. JoJo used Western songs for EDs because that's just how JoJo is. Yes! Okay. I've never seen the Death Note live-action because I would rather die, honestly. I don't like live-action anime movies. I think they're bad. So I never watched it. But that's very funny that the Red Hot Chili Peppers did the song for it. That's so funny to me. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, well, folks, I understand that it was kind of an anticlimactic stream. I did find the frogs, which was pretty sick. Oh, please don't die, buddy. But I think I am going to have to call it a night. It's pretty late in my time, so what the fuck? Who is killing me right now? I'm trying to log off. Can you, like, not be rude for a second, please? I think this is going to have to be where I call it a night. I do have work tomorrow. It's pretty late in my time zone. And so I think that this is going to be where I call the stream. Thank you all so much for hopping on and joining me. It's been such a fun stream. I'm so glad everybody got a chance to come and join me. I'm going to try to do another one, hopefully this Saturday, so long as my physics exam doesn't take me forever. Because ordinarily I wouldn't stream on Saturdays because Saturdays is when I play D&D. But our DM, aka Gabe, is going to be out of town, and so I will have free time. And so I'm going to run away from the skeleton, and I'm going to leave myself right here. But yeah, so I'm probably going to try to stream again on Saturday if I can, and I'll send out a poll about what you guys want me to play, because I have a couple ideas of stuff I could do, but yeah, again, thank you guys so much for logging on. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Just gonna real quick plug my socials, because when do I not? I have a Twitter account, same username is here. I have an Instagram account, same username is here. Twitter, I sometimes just post some random stuff that happens during my day. Instagram is mostly reserved for my artistic content, so if you're interested in checking out my art, my little VTuber, I drew her myself. If you're interested in seeing that, feel free to check out my Instagram account. Other than that, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. But have a great rest of your evening. Thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you guys around. Bye, everybody.